Hello, hello, my beloved waking gods and goddesses. Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty. Do it yourself, spiritual awakening for divine in the flesh, where together we learn how to surf, hack, and navigate the ups and downs of the totality of human experience, creating a new earth beyond the limitations of this perception and managed reality matrix of five senses, having discovered our true divine creative natures in our true sensual sensorial universe of seven senses, composing formless into form outside of the matrix in the true quantum field creation field universe. Before we get started, please do give this video a thumbs up. Please also hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos, the YouTube will let you know. I generally upload Tuesdays and Fridays, 2 p.m. Eastern. My name is Maria West, and I am your hostess of the highest, here to download, upload, inspire, and usher you into your bestest and brightest selves, your bestest and brightest light, and inviting you all to open your hearts wider and wider and wider and wider still. Hello, my love bugs, my honey bunnies, my boobalas. Mwah! Welcome to Love, Truth, and Beauty, episode 269. And in today's video, after I've taken a bit of a break from doing these readings, I'm continuing with populating my 58 plus video series playlist of reading aloud, a translation that went from the Russian to the Arabic, from the Arabic to the English, of Vadim Zeland's Hacking the Technogenic System. Vadim, as you know, brought to us Transurfing, and we hope that Vadim translates the book to English very soon, but until he does that, we have others. And so with very much enthusiasm, I am sharing this translation of my friends Moheel, Jawad, and Teodora, Salvia, who took it upon themselves to take the task of sharing its wealth of knowledge, particularly during this crazy time in our human history and a massive enslavement in the matrix, so we all need to get the fuck out, okay? So I'm doing my part to share this valuable information so that we can get a little bit more integrated in the knowledge and further integrated into its wisdom. So grab your favorite beverage, sit back, and allow me to read you Chapter 12 of Moheel, Jawad's and Teodora's translation of Vadim Zeland's Hacking the Technogenic System, this chapter entitled The Magnificent Secret. Okay, so bear in mind, this is Vadim's experience. I posted the Artifact of Intention chapter on my website, and I will now answer some questions to complement the issue of attention grabbing. Question: the technique you describe here is nothing different from shamanic rituals, and you are now, as before, unable to say anything new. Answer: did I ever claim that I discovered anything new? Slow down, man. I did not even say anything else. On the contrary, and I have always said that transurfing is an ancient knowledge, and it is knowledge known by many without reading any books, because many of us are ancient souls, old souls. Is it reasonable that you haven't realized yet that all of them write about the same thing? And I do not say anything about contemporary authors. There is nothing new in our world because our world is old enough. And now I reveal a magnificent secret to you, so do not say anything about this to anyone. The heart of the matter is not that any author can discover for you personally something new, but that you can discover what is new for yourself. If you read what authors write and differ in their opinions, then you can, with the same efficiency, study any philosophical work, no matter how serious it is. If you read any myth, no matter how simple and naive, the result is, to a large extent, will not be related to the source of your information, but will be related to the essence of the ideas that will spin in your head at that time. Okay, this is our perception, right? You should have asked your question in another form as follows. After I read your text that you wrote, I did not discover anything new in it. And then ask yourself the following questions. Number 1, is there nothing new in general or for me personally? And you can realize that the difference between the two is very big. Okay. Number 2, why did I not discover anything new in it? Who is guilty of this, you or the author? Number 3, what was I thinking while reading the text? Did you think that you were a very intelligent person who knew everything? Number 4, how did my brain function while I was reading the text? Now, this last question in particular is a very important question, and we had previously indicated that modern man who has a medium level of consciousness is a human being who consumes information and consumes here more than is produced in relation to information. Only a few people and less than 1% of the global population contribute to the process of creating information in our world today. As for the rest, they're only consumers of information. Even those who create information are also consumers, but in what sense? Imagine the following scene, albeit with some exaggeration, which is in the cinema setting. A cyborg creature, suppose that the human mind becomes able to make such creatures. Hint, hint. This creature is able to perform 2 functions, which are the simplest: to devour the popcorn, and blink its lights in response to external sound and visual stimuli. But while the cyborg watches a movie, while he is devouring the popcorn without thinking of anything, there are 2 processes that take place in his body. Namely, the first process, the popcorn enters from one opening and goes toward another. And on its way, it undergoes some digestive changes. The second process is in the same way. The information enters into the adjacent openings, and as a result, some processor rotates and lights up its surface from the outside. Now, the 2 processes appear to be different, but their essence is the same. Popcorn enters and exits, and information comes in and comes out. Without the entry and exit causing any changes, how could there be innovation or illuminated ideas? I do not in any way want to say that when you read a book or you are watching a movie for fun only, this act is absurd and has no meaning. Whatever a person does consciously, it is meaningful. But if the processors are programmed to consume information only, then the least that it can be said is it is inappropriate for you to draw conclusions and to criticize through the exit holes and claim that this is not new and this is not befitting of me. If a person reads a book and then declares that he has not seen anything new in it, then we can conclude with absolute confidence in the validity of our conclusion that this person is a primitive and gullible consumer and not a creative reader. How would he be creative? Extracting something new from what others say is neither success nor creativity, because success and creativity would mean that you yourself discover something new after reading old papers. Okay? And at that time, any desire to criticize hits a wall and then goes quickly into the wind because your intention is occupied with something completely different and your mind works according to a completely different system. I love this. Question: if my intention was achieved by means of artifact after some time, should I turn away from it and intend another intention when another target appears before me, or use it several times? Does the resonance only happen once, or does the CD drive only work for one CD? Interesting. There is no doubt that the essence itself can first declare an intention and then move to another intention because it works like an echo, or let us say, like something flying in the subtle world and broadcasting the announcement of your intention, such as broadcasting a wireless signal. Now, as for you, what is required of you is nothing but to be precise and diligent in order for the thing that you intended to fall into the hands of the essence or into your hands. Question: what do we do with the thing in which the power lies, and with the ally as well, after the goal is achieved? Is it sufficient for us to move our attention from this essence and stop giving it our love? Has this essence become like the baby you have given birth to, especially if you have stumbled upon this ally and not made it yourself? Now, when the program is achieved, move to another program and carry with you that which is the source of power, and you will understand the rest yourself. We are only responsible for those things in which we invest something. If the house animal becomes incapable of inspiring you, you alone are responsible for making a decision about it. We can say the essence of the subtle world does not appear as clearly as we see it in the physical world. It is very difficult to say what happens to the essence if you abandon it and throw it away. This essence may disappear and may go on to live a life of its choosing, and there is no research on this topic. But people may abandon each other so that they can live the life they choose, and everything is possible here. And you are the only one who ultimately makes the decision. Now, as for me, I advise you only one thing. Do not take yourself many allies in order not to burden yourself in the future. Hence, the chapter was summarized with the following points. Number 1, the importance of knowledge that can be taken from books does not come from the content of these books, but it comes rather from the new things that the reader manages to discover by reading these books. Number 2, to find out something new from what others are saying. This is neither a success nor a creation, because success and creation come when you yourself discover something new by reading old papers. Now, the power of this book is the image published on the cover, and it is the thing to which the power of this book, which is in the hands of the reader. The picture was painted by a famous British artist, and I love her work, Arina Godenko. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the thumbnail for this video and include the artwork. We'll see if I get away with it, okay? In fact, I was astonished that this bright star offered to design the cover of the book, and all thanks and gratitude to her. And the reader sees, of course, that the picture is not only beautiful, but you can direct your attention to the priestess painted by Arina, and she represents perfection itself. Also, I can say that it is perfection in itself because she is alive, and at the same time, it looks like a regular cube, and she is dead, and all evil is in her. Weird, huh? Okay. There's no doubt that the image bears the stamp of power. Arina has amazing talent that is enough to stop the world and get its attention. The reader can get acquainted with her creations published on her website, and I will put her website in the show notes below. So the Dean also has a note here. Please review chapter 11 because this chapter is directly related to it. So chapter 11 is my favorite chapter, the artifact of yes. Yeah, go there. Okay, my loves, that is my speech. I hope you enjoyed my reading of chapter 12, The Magnificent Secret of Vadim Zeland's Hacking the Technogenic System. Next up, chapter 13, entitled I'm Hungry and Cold. So please help me grow this channel by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment in the comments box below or in private. I'm deleting a lot of comments these days. I don't know what's happened, but you know, whatever. It's part of it. We all know that most of social media, including YouTube, are all bots. So whatever. Okay. So please share this video with your communities, friends, family members, and on social media platforms you feel would benefit from this content. Please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell, selecting the all settings so that when I upload videos, YouTube will let you know. And if you find value, enjoy, benefit, or at least entertained by my content and videos, won't you please consider supporting my work through a donation? My PayPal link is below, as is my coffee.com/Dakini Kiss link, where you can buy me a proverbial cup of coffee and support me that way. I thank you all so much for hanging out with me, with your participation and your focused attention. I really do appreciate it. I can't do this work without you, and I do this work for you, and especially for those of you who know that you are so much more vast than what the Matrix tries to limit you to only be. So until next time, my love bugs, always act from love outside of the Matrix, from your center screen, composing a new reality. That's right, let's quantum jump all our lifelines so that we can go higher and higher and higher, and we can be the love that we are. We can share our love, we can create, we can make art, make music, make love, and you can all help me repopulate the true quantum field creation field universe. Here's to love, truth, and beauty, my beautiful waking gods and goddesses. Mwah!